look how foggy it is this morning. Can hardly see a thing. G'day everyone, it's Alan here from Fishing Mad. It's great to be back out on the water, and particularly with the Hobie kayak. It's been pretty challenging to get out with kayak lately, but some pretty challenging weather conditions, and I've also been taking advantage of those boat ramps, which are generally pretty quiet during winter. Now guys, as you all know, with COVID restrictions at the moment, there's only 4 reasons why you're supposed to be out of your house, and exercise is one of those reasons. And this time around, the state government have allowed both fishing and boating under that category of exercise, which is great news for us local anglers. Now the only rules to that is obviously you have to stick within social distancing rules, so 1.5 meters apart, and you have to stay within your restricted travel zone. Now today I'm out and about. I've come to the closest beach to minimize that travel time, and as you can see, it's currently 7 AM and it is fog everywhere. It's currently only 2 degrees, so it is bitterly cold. Now this time of year, particularly on this side of Port Phillip Bay, the fishing is pretty tough. Those bread and butter species that you're used to catching in plenty of numbers, such as flathead and pinkies and so on, they're off the bite. So it's not a volume game. It's all about getting out there and catching a few fish. Now there are other areas that are fishing remarkably well. Obviously you go up to Portland and Port Fairy, catch some tuna. You go up to Geelong waterfront at the moment, they're catching heaps of snook. And obviously around Mornington there's garfish and there's squid everywhere. But this side of town's pretty tough. So it's not going to be big numbers today. It's going to be just about getting out there, having some fun, and hopefully catching a couple of fish to share with you. Guys, as always, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and fog permitting, let's get fishing. As a kayak fisherman in the bay, visibility is absolutely key. Not so much for you seeing, but for other people and boaters to be able to see you, so that way you stay out of harm's way. So we're going to have to be incredibly careful today, because honestly that fog is so thick. Usually there's markers everywhere here that I can see in the distance. I can't see anything at the moment, so we're going to have to be pretty careful out there. Wow, this is going to be bloody cold. I think there's a reason why I'm the only one out here. It's because it's crazy. Whew. Pretty much lost feeling in these feet now, so we're deep enough now that the socks and shoes are definitely going back on. Have a look at that, everyone. I've been pedaling out, honestly, for no more than 30 seconds, and talk about disorientating. Can't even see land anymore, so I am 100% reliant at this stage on the sounder, using the navionics on there and getting out to where I need to be. But I'll tell you what, it is very disorientating. Okay, and because I'm just staying in close, I'm just going to start off targeting some squid. You can see just using some nice bright squid jigs. I'm not going to change the sounder mode. I want to know where I am at all times until this fog lifts. But hopefully the end game here is we can get ourselves a feed of calamari. I got one? Oh, we're on. Look at that. Look at that. That didn't take long. We have a squid. There we go. First of the day. That did not take long at all. There we go. We've been lines in for literally 20 or 30 seconds. I saw my line just darting off. This was the one just drifting. I saw that line darting off behind me and I thought, you know what, I better just fix this up. And what do you know, we have a squid on board straight away. So obviously not a big squid, but you know what, that's a good start within, you know, fishing for a minute, and we've already got one on board, so nice start. I'll just go that one with the rattle. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, got one, and a good size one. Oh, this is a ripper. There we go, look at that one. Look at that, that is exactly what we came for. There you go there, that is a beautiful squid. Look at that, guys, that's what it's all about. Now at the moment, which is good, that fog, that air is quite heavy and we're drifting so slowly, which is actually, oh, I got another one here. Here we go. Well, it looks like I'll be doing my bit to help the local economy, because I have lost about 6 squid jigs today. It's not something that I normally do, and I'd say when I get home today, I'll probably jump straight onto the computer, go to some online tackle stores and stock up on squid jigs. So doing my bit to help the local tackle stores and fishing shops out there. Guys, in the comments, leave below what you think are the best squid jigs that you've been using and having a lot of success with lately. Love to see some ideas and have some suggestions on some new things to try. We've got some waves here. Whoa. So that's the other thing that big boats will do. Now, one of the questions I get all the time is, can you catch squid with your rod just in a rod holder doing nothing, just drifting? And the answer is absolutely yes. Now, if you watch quite a few of my videos, you'll see I've done a lot of videos around, you know, Point Cook, Port Arlington, Clifton Springs, and you'll see that I often just have the rod sitting in the rod holder as we drift. So I'll generally have one in my hand that I'm working, which is usually cast, a couple of erratic lifts, then let it drop. A couple of erratic lifts and let it drop. And the other one, I just leave straight in the rod holder, and you will be amazed, particularly when you're drifting a little bit faster than what we are now, that squid jig's just going to be nicely drifting along the bottom, and you'll catch plenty of squid by actually not doing a great deal. So always have an extra rod out the side if you are kayak fishing or even on a boat. Oh, I thought I had a little tap there. I guess it's one of those things that people who don't kayak don't realise is, you know, getting close. Like this boat here, this boat's getting a bit close. But their waves can really knock you about. Now, if you've got an entry-level kayak that's not the most stable, and you've got guys like this who are in the speed restricted area, Alright guys, well that's a wrap. I've been out here now for about 2.5 hours, and if you can believe, it's about 11 o'clock and the visibility is still almost non-existent. It's been pretty tough, but we have still managed to catch about 5 or 6 squid, so that's really good. We can have something good to eat if we do go into stage 4 lockdowns. Guys, I'll be doing my absolute best to get out when I can, but obviously at the moment it's a pretty challenging landscape out there with the COVID restrictions and obviously the cold weather conditions that we've had. So do bear with us. We are trying our absolute best to get some good footage out for you guys. But in the meantime, stay safe everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, whenever that may be, good fishing everyone.